Do you know what voter ID is?
Yeah, of course I know what voter ID is. It's not necessary. Voter fraud in this country is not an issue and it never really has been.
Do you guys have an ID?
Yeah. An ID?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd restrict probably minority rights. People don't have access to getting IDs, so that would have an effect if it did pass.
Do you think it's racist to ask every American citizen to present an ID when they go to vote?
No.
No?
No.
How would it affect minorities?
Oh god, I hit the talking point.
Do you have an ID?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you have an ID?
Yeah.
Do you have an ID?
I have an ID.
You have an ID. Okay, all right. Do you have an ID?
I do.
So you have an ID though.
I have an ID.
They said that about me?
Yeah.
Like a brown person?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty racist.
The Senate Democrats and Chuck Schumer have been saying that voter ID laws in the SAVE Act is a Jim Crow 2.0, super racist, super harmful to minorities. We're here at UCF to ask the students if that's true and if they have IDs. Let's go. Do you think voter ID laws for federal elections are racist like Chuck Schumer is claiming they are?
I don't think we should have to have something like a passport required since there's
Yeah.
a fee associated with it.
Yeah.
I do think that having a passport required, if we take away the fee of a passport, would be a good...
There's no passport required.
But it's the option that we're going towards, and it's the first
No, it's
option
not.
listed.
So that's an option that you could have to
Yeah.
verify your identity when voting, but that's not the only thing. That's just one of the acceptable forms of
Yes.
requirement. And if it's just listed first, that doesn't mean that's what they're
But
going
I don't
towards.
think that we should have anything that costs money as an option. Because then
Okay.
that takes away people that don't have the money.
Okay. Who wouldn't have the money for an ID?
People who are low income, that's a very straightforward issue.
Well, those same people have to have an ID to apply for government benefits.
Okay.
So how is it low-income people can have an ID to obtain benefits, government welfare, government programs and benefits, but you don't think they should have to have one to vote because it costs money?
Oh, I didn't say they shouldn't have to have one to vote.
Okay, so you do believe in voter ID?
I think that if that's the path we're going to go down, take away the fee for it.
Why?
I thought I've already answered that because I don't think there should be a tax to vote.
There is no tax to vote. You still have to drive to a voting booth and spend money on gas.
Wasn't the
They-
question about race?
Or they have to pay for public transportation to get to the voting polls.
Or they could walk.
They could walk, that's free. So actually, you don't have to, there is no tax.
Okay. Can I take my selfie with you now?
Do you know what voter ID is?
Yeah, of course I know what voter ID is.
Okay. Chuck Schumer is saying that he's not going to support it come next week when they vote on the SAVE Act, which is a national voter ID law, because it's racist. He calls it Jim Crow 2.0. We're asking students today if they agree with him or if they support voter ID. What is your opinion?
I mean, yeah, it's not necessary. Voter fraud in this country is not an issue and it never really has been.
Okay. Well, then if we pass the law, then nothing will change, right?
It'd restrict probably minority rights. People don't have access to getting IDs, so that would have an effect if it did pass.
Okay. How would it affect minorities?
Oh god, I hit the talking point. How would it...
I'll repeat the question. How would it affect minorities?
I'm just gonna end the conversation here. Thank you.
How would it affect minorities?
No, I'm good, man.
Or maybe you won't answer because you'd have to explain how black people can't obtain an ID? You weren't about to say that, were you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah. Do you guys have an ID?
Yeah. An ID?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have a form of identification.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's racist to ask every American citizen to present an ID when they go to vote in federal elections?
No.
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 Okay. Why not?
I mean, like, you shouldn't be able to vote if you're not a citizen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Right? And that's not racist, right?
No.
How would it affect minorities? Minorities can't get an ID?
I'm good, bro. Go talk to someone else.
Okay, all right. maybe you need to think about what you're about to say, because you're about to tell me that minorities cannot obtain ID, which is super prejudice.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
You want to correct me then? Maybe I'm wrong. That's not what you were going to say?
I think you can go talk to somebody else. I'm good here.
Oh, you're a minority. Are you affected when we implement voter ID?
Not at all.
No?
No.
Hey, she's a minority. I mean, you are too. She said that she's not affected by voter ID.
I'm good. I'm done. This is the end of the conversation.
He had to be confronted with his prejudice.
They don't like logic.
So you have an ID though.
I have an idea.
Before coming out today to talk to students about the SAVE Act, I went to ground.news/liberty and I used the Ground News app to learn exactly what the other side of the aisle was reading about this topic. On the app, you can get really cool features. You can see exactly how many sources are reporting on this story, and you can see a breakdown of the percentage of which way it leans, if it's left, center, or the right. Something really cool that this app does, if you want the most centered and non-biased news source, it'll actually give it to you right here on the recommended tab. There's also a breakdown tab that can tell you which news sources lean which way. If you're looking for a more right-leaning news source, you can go over here. Right here is right down the center, and here obviously is to the left. It's very, very good for learning exactly what each side is wanting to say about a certain topic, so you always stay informed with facts from both sides. So go to ground.news/liberty today. The SAVE Act is going through Congress. Senate Democrats are like, no, we're not going to vote for it. It's Jim Crow 2.0, Chuck Schumer said. Do you guys agree with Chuck Schumer that it's a racist policy, or do you guys agree with 84% of Americans who support the SAVE Act?
My father is a politician. I cannot answer this question, unfortunately.
Well, I'm not asking your dad. I'm asking you. Do you think voter ID laws, like Chuck Schumer believes?
He can't answer
Yes.
it because of his dad. He's gonna choose to forego the answer.
Yes.
So what's your dad being a politician have to do with it?
I can't answer that either.
I will say, what's the 84% statistic?
That's from a Pew Research poll.
Oh, I got you. I just, do you believe it?
Do I believe in voter ID?
No. Do you believe that it's, racist?
No, I don't think it's
You don't?
racist.
So
do
you
you
do
think
support it?
Yeah, do you think it's racist?
The SAVE Act? Let's pull it up together, actually.
Yeah, so it would require proof of citizenship at the time of registration. And then it would require you to bring an ID to vote. That could be a passport, it could be a military ID, it could be a driver's
You
license.
already have to have your not your passport, a proof of ID to vote.
No, not in all states. So this would make it for all federal elections for all American citizens, no matter where you live.
In Florida, don't you have to have your ID to vote already?
Yep, we have voter ID laws, but not every state does. 37 states do, and so the other ones don't. And so to make it a more secure election, they want to make it to where everybody in every single state would have to have a voter ID.
Do you know what makes people say that it's a racist act or policy?
I know what Chuck Schumer has said, but I'm asking students today, before I give you guys someone else's opinion, I wanted your guys' opinion on if you agree with Chuck Schumer that it's Jim Crow 2.0 and that it's racist.
I just don't believe in paperwork. I don't believe administration. And by administration, I mean the paperwork filing, all these systems, name changes, women who change their name when they marry, all of these things have to be up to date. I think it would put too much strain on people who are working class who aren't able to file it, whether you believe that affects minorities or not. Sure. I think when we think about voters, when we think about all of these historical patterns we have around voting, to roll out something that changes voting drastically, and this isn't just in America, we have this in many other countries where we have these different systems, we have to think about how it affects, what it'll do, and whether that'll have a wavelength effect. And we also have to think when we're doing it. Are we doing that at a time where we are electing someone new? Are we doing it during midterms? I don't think you can do anything in life or in higher systems that aren't political. Politics is just the study of people. All of these things are going to have an effect. So when you make a choice like this, I think it's going to have an effect. Whether you see that immediately, whether you see it as disproportionately affecting minorities, at the end of the day, anything we do is going to affect those systematic barriers that we already have that are supposed to take care or that are suppressing these minorities, other groups.
How are voter ID laws suppressing minorities?
No, I'm saying, I didn't say it was suppressing it. I'm just saying whether or not you believe that's what it's doing, at the end of the day.
Do you believe it's doing that?
Are you asking me if I believe?
Yes.
Well, it hasn't existed yet. I mean, I can't say what it's doing.
Well, we have voter ID in Florida. Do you think
Yes.
here in Florida has affected minorities or prevented minorities from voting?
Do you?
No, I don't. I'm asking you. What's your opinion?
No, that's okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
We don't have to be on the same page, though. We're just having a dialogue.
No, that's all right. I understand. Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay. I think that when we pass laws like this, that we're going to see whether it's minorities, I think it's going to have an effect on everyone at the end of the day.
Okay, so you agree that
I
it
think
will have an
minorities are a
effect.
part of the population, whether you want to exclude them or not. It's going to affect everyone to some degree.
But do you agree with the Senate Democrats and Chuck Schumer that it is Jim Crow 2.0 and it's inherently racist to require voter ID?
I won't agree or disagree to a soundbite.
I was going to ask him, do you have an ID?
I'm currently 21.
Do you have an ID? Oh, don't show it. Don't show it to the camera, but you have one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you have an ID?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Who else? Do you have an ID?
What?
Do you have an ID?
Do I have an ID, like a driver's license? Yeah.
All right. Do you have an ID?
I have an ID.
You have an ID. Okay, all right. Do you have an ID?
I do.
You do have an ID. Okay, very cool. Oh, it looks like all the minority people here that I've talked to right now have an ID. So someone should tell Chuck Schumer that minorities are very capable of getting an ID. Haven't met one today that doesn't have it. That's what he has said, that it's Jim Crow 2.0.
Oh, no,
Do
I'm saying
you-
I won't
do you
agree or
think-
disagree with like a one
Okay,
tagline.
So you
That
don't
would be
like
too general or
paperwork,
too
right?
broad.
So you said like paperwork affects everybody, right? Mm-hmm. Do you think there should be have to be a background check to obtain a gun?
Are we still on voter ID, or do you want to change the topic to gun laws?
Yeah, we're talking about guns. Do you think there should be paperwork and a background check to obtain a firearm?
Do you think there is?
There is. Do you think there should be? Because
Do you
you
think
said
it's
you
adequate?
don't. You don't like paperwork. Do you think there
Did
should
I
be
say
paper?
that?
Yes, you did.
I said I didn't like paperwork specifically.
Yes, you did. Did she say that?
Can I tag
Let's she said that.
I just don't believe in paperwork.
You said that. Should there, 1 second, ma'am. Do you think there should be paperwork to obtain a firearm?
There is to some
Do you
degree.
think there should be?
I said there is to some degree
Do
paperwork.
you
to
agree
obtain-
with it? Should there be?
to obtain a firearm?
Yes.
There's paperwork to get a driver's license.
Yep. That's my point, is that you said paperwork and bureaucracy to get an ID to vote, you're against it. Because paperwork is something that you don't think should have to happen, blah, blah, blah. Well, but you
that's a
agree.
generalization, I
But
fear.
you then correct me. Do you think paperwork and a background check and an ID to obtain a gun is fair?
So let's address
Yes
one point
or
at a
no?
time. Do you want yes or no? Do you want to
Yes.
have a dialogue?
Yes or no? Is that fair?
Are you disagreeing to a dialogue?
Yes or no? Is that fair?
Do you disagree?
You know
to
that
have
it's
a back
fair.
and
I thought
forth?
you wanted
You
a
know that
dialogue.
it's fair, but you're being caught in hypocrisy right now where you don't think we should have that to vote, but it's okay to do it if someone wants to obtain a firearm, which is a right that we have under the Second Amendment. So why is it
I didn't
okay?
say
Can I
anything
make
to
a
any
point?
of those
Can I make a
things that you
point?
said, actually.
Then correct me.
Okay, let's go back to what I said originally. When I said if you have extra administration to have issues like voter ID, things like this, it will complicate the system. And
How so?
when you're complicating a system, you have things like women who are going to change their name. They're going to have a disconnect between their legal name, their new names. If you maybe know someone who's been married, their name changes. They have to.
I'm married, and when my name changed, I had to get a new social security card and a new driver's license. I had to change my information with my bank, and I had to have proof my marriage license with me, which women are very capable of getting. As a brown man, do you know where the DMV is to get a license?
Absolutely.
Okay, why do you think the Democrats are saying that brown people have a hard time obtaining ID in some way?
They said that about me, like a brown person.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty racist. That's brown person can't do something because I'm brown.
Mm-hmm.
That's like that's like literally racism. That's absolute racism.
Yeah,
That's
they think
terrible.
you're not able, you're not capable of doing it.
Oh, I lack the intelligence or the Google Maps
Yeah.
to look up. Yeah, that's absolute ignorance. I've never heard anyone say. I wish they would say it to my face because that's terrible. That's actually horrendous.
Do you know anything about the bill that's going through, the SAVE Act bill?
Only a little bit.
So basically, it would require voter ID.
That's fine with me.
You're fine with voter ID?
Yeah.
Why is voter ID something that do you support it, or you're like, it's okay if it passes?
I support it, yeah.
Okay. Why do you support voter ID?
You need an ID for everything else.
So, as black people, is it hard for you to obtain an ID?
No, not necessarily. No, I don't think so.
Wait, why would it be hard though?
Ask the Democrats.
It's harder for colored people to like get identification, and so like requiring identification to vote is racist.
Oh,
I don't
That kind of
personally
makes
agree
sense.
with
I kind
that.
of understand it.
I don't
required what?
personally agree.
Like
Like,
Everybody, you need to have an ID. Like
To
you need to have
vote?
papers to vote.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You needed ID to
But
enroll in
that's like
school.
everybody though. Like
And you need an ID to apply for loans to come to school. And you were able to do that, right?
He doesn't have loans.
I don't have loans.
Oh, we got a moneymaker over here. Oh no, you're just really smart. So you're here on grant. Okay. But to get those grants, I bet you they had to ID you, right? And make sure you are who you say you are to be able to get that money.
Yeah, like you have to prove your like address.
You have to do it like
Yeah. that's-
So, do we support or are we against voter ID laws to vote in a federal election?
Voter
Yeah,
ID,
it's
like
because,
you have to have like an identification to vote. Basically.
Yeah. Bro, it's
I
basically
don't-
going back to Jim Crow.
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what to say because, like, if I say like I don't mind, like I don't want to like.
Nah.
Yeah.
I feel like it just.
I feel like it's not really like
necessary.
a problem.
I'm gonna
Like
be honest, it's not necessary for like ID because like.
to
Yeah,
vote.
but
Yeah,
how
to
do you know
vote?
they're not going to vote 35 times?
Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
that's
It's true. I mean, does that happen now?
I have to show my ID
I
to
don't-
vote. I
yeah,
don't know
you
if
have
that's
to-
everywhere.
As you guys know, I don't go anywhere to film and have conversations in the public square without security. Go to patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett to support my work and help fund my security. Even $5 a month helps doing that. That was Roman. He's a great executive protection agent. We love him over here. So to support Roman and make sure I can pay him to be with me, go to patreon.com/Caitlin Bennett. $5 a month. You even get my private Facebook group. We can chat one-on-one. It's a win-win. Thank you guys. So here's the thing. I'm a woman, I'm a married woman. I wasn't so stupid or so out of it that I couldn't get proof of my marriage license to change my name with court documents or with the government for a license or my bank accounts. Women are not so helpless that they can't do those things.
You're getting like a little too emotional, so I'm good.
Oh, it's probably because I'm a woman. Maybe we shouldn't be allowed to vote then.
Hold on. How much did that cost you? Do you know how much that costed you? Or you're not worried about how much it costed you, right? So I think that these new acts have a bigger effect on minorities more than just their race.
How so?
Because paperwork changes cost money. How much money? Can I ask you how much money you make an hour right now? What's your salary? If that you don't have to answer if that's a personal question.
Well, I'm in a bigger tax bracket than you are.
Exactly right. So you have that money, so to speak, to go towards that documental change. But I'm a college student. A lot of my money goes towards my tuition, towards my rent, towards my medical conditions, stuff like that. I don't always have the funds necessary to change that, to make those payments upon those document changes.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
You're dressed very well. You have a service animal.
This is all thrifted.
Great.
Yeah.
You have earphones and what are those?
AirPods. They were given
AirPods.
to me.
Okay, so well, you have AirPods.
Yeah.
You have jewelry in your nose. You're here on a college campus.
Yeah.
So you were able and you were smart enough and you had enough money to apply to do what you needed to do for all of these things. You have enough money to be here and live comfortably on campus?
No, I don't live on campus. No.
Okay, so off campus.
Yes.
Who pays your rent?
No one pays my rent. Me and my mom own my house, but we sold my last house. But I pay. I pay my own bills.
So you pay your own bills.
Yeah.
Why could you not pay for documentation to be able to vote in an election?
Well, it's the same reason why I can't pay for my tuition. I get federal funding. Now, if you guys are going to put that, if that law is going to be put into place and stuff like that, I am not against it so long as you have policies to support people who need that additional support, right?
Like what?
Like funding, federal funding.
Funding for what?
For people who are needy. If you need those document changes, then there's like kind of like
okay.
Go ahead. Kind of like with tuition, right?
Well, let me. I'm going to say what I think you're saying. And correct me if I'm wrong. Are you saying the government should help pay for these documents in order to register to vote if the government's requiring certain documents to register to vote?
I think that if
Is that what you're saying?
To an extent, yes, right. So, like you said, we all have like our licenses and stuff, right? Those aren't big, fast-made changes, right? But like when you got married, you had to change a lot of documents in a very short manner of time, right?
No, there wasn't. It wasn't really like, oh, once you get married, you only have a month to change things.
Yeah.
That's not how it works.
But to make that voting deadline, if you really wanted to vote and stuff like that,
Yes.
you had to do it before that deadline, right? But all of the stuff that I have talking about right now, this was over a collection of years of saving and putting money into things, right?
That's a good point. You saved money to be able to get the things you have.
Yeah.
How could a woman not be able to save money to get documents that she needs to change her ID, get an ID that matches so she could go vote?
No,
You have
they can.
4 years.
I'm not saying
That's my point.
I'm not saying that woman can't. No, it's
Okay.
not that. I'm saying that it will affect minorities, but in a different way.
You're a minority. right?
Yeah, I could be. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Did you have a hard time getting an ID for your loans or for your college application?
Absolutely not.
No.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Absolutely not. So yeah,
So you were fully capable.
of course.
Do you guys think it's appropriate and reasonable to require American citizens to have an ID to vote?
ID?
Yes.
Yeah, you should have a license to vote, like an ID, like an American. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, right now there's a bill going through Congress that the House just passed, and the Senate Democrats are saying they will not support it because they think it's racist and anti-woman to require proof of citizenship and an ID enabled in order to vote.
But I feel like every woman should have an ID, right? Like, why would that pass be anti-woman? Wait, is there more that you're not telling me?
So to register to vote, you would have to prove that you're an American citizen.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Then that's fine.
That's
if you're
fine.
registered to vote and you're an American citizen, then
Yeah, that's fine. Like, if you're a undocumented immigrant, you're probably not gonna be able to vote because you don't have papers. But like,
Some of them do.
how would they get in? How would they?
For some states don't have voter ID laws.
Oh, some of them.
Yeah, so this would be
what? I thought you had to be a citizen to vote. I thought like that's the whole registration thing. Do you not need your license?
But some places don't have strict registration laws.
Well, but Trump still won though, so like it probably didn't do anything. Also, Hispanics love Trump. Y'all got your help.
Why do you say Hispanics love Trump?
You know, Cubans for Trump, Dominican papi.
But how will it affect minorities?
I'm saying that it won't affect minorities blatantly because it's racist. I don't think it's a racist thing.
Okay,
It's
it's not race, maybe more like income.
more like income. There are some people who can't afford it, you know, if that makes sense, right? So
Sorry.
just because, like, let's say like someone was living in and out of a homeless shelter, right?
Yeah.
But they do have documentation, they do have their license, or at least their ID and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? But they may not have the funds to go and get those document changes if something was, say, to happen, right?
So here's the SAVE Act. This is what it does. I don't know if you know what it does. It requires proof of citizenship at the time of registration.
Yeah.
So you prove your citizenship. If you're a married woman and you've changed your name and the birth certificate is not the same last name as your current legal name, you just upload documents that prove your name change.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then furthermore, when you go to vote, you have to submit a photo ID that shows, or a passport or a military ID like that. The Senate Democrats are saying that it's racist.
Yeah.
And it's Jim Crow 2.0. They're saying it hurts women because of the name change thing.
I don't think
and my argument is that I don't think minorities and women are too stupid or financially unstable that they can't obtain the things they need to vote when they know for the next literally forever, we know what day elections are going to happen.
Yeah.
So there's no reason. I think the Democrats just know securing elections hurts them.
Well, I don't necessarily agree with that, strictly speaking, but I also don't think that because a person can't meet that income requirement or they can't save or do that stuff because that they're stupid. I don't think it's purely subjective to women. I think that it can affect men too, but I do not think it's
immigrants.
I do not think that it is purely a race thing. I said it can affect minorities, but not in the way that they're saying.
You probably should have an ID.
Right.
I would think that might be a good idea.
Right. Well, what do you think?
I agree.
Okay. So Chuck Schumer specifically is saying that this bill is like Jim Crow 2.0 and that it's racist. Can you come up with any reason why voter ID would be a racist thing to implement?
Not really.
No?
Doesn't appear to be racist to me.
Yeah.
You either have an ID or you don't.
Right.
I mean, any race can get an ID.
Yeah.
Any person.
Well, that's very interesting that like you give Donald Trump an F, you're not a fan of his. Yeah, I think you might actually support something that the Republicans and Trump is trying to push through.
Yeah, there might. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay,
That
very
was
cool.
One thing.
So one thing, right? But it seems to be pretty important. If you could say something to Chuck Schumer or the Democrats who have vouched to not support this and it's not going to go through the Senate, would you encourage them to rethink that and say this isn't that bad of a bill?
Probably, yeah.
Chuck Schumer and the Senate Democrats are saying that it's racist to require that. Do you guys think black people can get an ID?
Yes, I don't see why not.
Yeah. We're asking people today if they think voter ID laws, if they agree with Chuck Schumer that voter ID laws are racist.
I don't think they're racist. I think they're common sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you think Chuck Schumer and the Senate Democrats keep saying that it's Jim Crow 2.0, that it's racist to require an ID to vote?
I don't know. I think they're kind of reaching. I don't think it's racist.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think you need an ID to purchase a gun?
Yeah.
I do. I don't. I never
need ID.
Yeah, but should we? Should we? Should there be a requirement of an ID to purchase a gun?
Yeah, there should be a requirement to purchase.
Yeah.
You can't have any like 16-year-old or any. Yeah.
Well, you don't. You don't have to register your gun. There is no national registration database.
Florida, right?
But nope. No. But anyway, so that's the point. Is like the Second Amendment is our right to bear arms, and people agree that you should have an ID before you get a gun.
Mm-hmm.
I think that when we cast a vote in this country, you should identify yourself to make sure that one, you're not a felon or someone restricted from voting, and also you are who you say you are, and you aren't voting like 10 times in an election. Is that fair?
Yeah, I would say that's fair.
All right. So the consensus is that it's not racist.
I don't think that's fair
Maybe
for you to say.
I wouldn't say it's not racist.
Oh no, it's definitely fair. Voter ID is not racist.
I don't know if this is a trick question. I don't because it's going to be online.
Like it really depends on like what could happen because like some people could like get deterred like based off like their identification. Like you don't know, like whoever's accepting the ID, they'll probably be like, oh
no, but like race,
yours
like,
is like
how would that be racist though? Like if you can't like.
Bro, like,
I guess that's your point, but like I don't.
No,
I don't think black people are so stupid they can't get an ID.
I don't think that's like the issue. I feel like the issue is like.
That's what they claim.
I mean, yeah, like probably,
Black
but like
people are so stupid
I'm
they
saying,
can't get an
like,
ID.
probably, like,
They
afterwards,
can't
like,
access
you're,
an
like,
ID. They
showing your
can't
ID or
drive to the DMV to get an ID.
I mean,
the
that- no,
Democrats.
that
Yeah,
happens,
Chuck
though.
Schumer says
No, that
that.
actually happens because like I know like
Specifically to black people, it's a black problem.
Just like a minority thing. Like some people just don't have like access to go to the DMV and like get IDs. You feel me? It's like some people are just like not. I guess financially able to do that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But how's it like a black people thing though?
It's not just a black people thing, but I'm saying it's like a minority thing. You feel me?
Really, you think it's an over? I don't think minorities are so stupid that they can't obtain an ID. I also think, well, I mean, if it's unfair for voting, then is it unfair for TSA or to get a passport or to buy a firearm or to apply for loans, get a bank account? Minorities can do those things.
Yeah, but some people get like what's it called? Like you still get like deferred or like rejected from like if you apply for loans.
I feel like we know when election dates are happening. We know it for the rest of time, as long as this country is a thing. We know when elections are going to be. Women and minorities are smart enough, I believe in them enough, that they can obtain what they need to obtain in that time frame. And the fact that Senate Democrats are saying that it is Jim Crow 2.0 is disgusting and very prejudiced against minorities and people of color, if you want to use that term, because they're not so stupid that they can't get what they need to get. That's my opinion.
It was lovely getting to hear your opinion.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Who's your dad?
I can't answer that.
Like Florida politicians?
No.
No. Oh, like big politicians.
I can't speak.
Okay. In the Senate or the House?
I can't speak.
I know. I'm wondering how much I can get out of
it. My daddy's a politician. You think I'm answering that question directly?
I don't know. Maybe we could find you. We'll have to use AI to identify you. I'm kidding. I would never do that.
Yeah, that'd
Unless you commit a crime.
Well, I don't commit crimes.
No, of course you don't. I appreciate your time. What was your name?
Lovely speaking to you, Dante.
Dante. Caitlin. It was nice talking to you. Appreciate the conversation. It was nice talking to you as well.